this is what happened today on the Pepe project. Hey there everybody, I just wanted to preface my video of the tour of the ship by saying I am not a photographer, I am not a videographer, I barely know how to turn my phone on. So if it's choppy and unsteady, I apologize. I'm just trying to let you guys see the ship. And the wind outside is very strong, so I don't know if you could hear anything that I'm saying during the windy part, during when I'm outside. But it is a beautiful ship, and I wanted to be able to show it to you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to message me in the comments, and make sure you stay till the very end because we have a secret thing that we're going to share with you. Have a great day. Okay, I just rewatched all my clips, and I don't want any of you to be concerned. I do not have emphysema. I am not used to all the stairs and the high winds, so please bear with me on that. One thing that I did not get a chance to tell you about during the tour is that we were able to actually go in and look through a glass partition area at the bridge, which was very cool. I was not allowed to videotape or take pictures in there, but you can actually watch the captain and the staff running the ship, which is pretty cool. Also, I wanted to tell you what I forgot earlier, which was the Queen Mary does allow you to bring your pets on the boat. Ship. You can actually kennel them here, and there's a play area where you can take them out and play with them and walk them and enjoy them, and then they have to go back into the kennel. They cannot sleep in your room or anything. But if you're going to Europe, that's a wonderful way to travel with your pet without putting them through the trauma of being on an airplane. Okay, back to the tour. Good morning, Pepe Project here. And as promised, you finally are getting your tour. So the first thing I want to point out is all of the beautiful murals of the history of the Queen Mary and the Queen Mary 1. This is just some of one of the boards that are here in the hallways that are beautiful. And the history of them wearing these uniforms that they still wear to this day. It's a fabulous history of the Queen Mary. This is one of our elevator banks, and what's different about the Queen Mary is that you find your way based on the stairway numbers. So our stairway is B, so that is the stairway that we're closest to, and that is the one that we use whenever we can. Here's giant doors that we would close off in case of an emergency. Look at these beautiful murals. This is glass. And they're on either side, the panda bear and the elephants. There's beautiful artwork everywhere. This is the main lobby, the purser's office, which is guest services basically, is right over there, along with the tour office. There's a player piano here that plays in the afternoon and evening. And then of course this is the casino, my favorite place. Very small though, very small casino. It does offer all the tables, and it has probably 30 machines in here. I've been able to do quite well in here, so that makes me happy. I think we're going to try a little bit of roulette tonight. There is a bar here, and they do offer, instead of just complimentary drinks while you're in the casino, they have what's called a drink meter, and as you play and spend money, it racks up your drinks so that you are entitled to free drinks. I haven't used any of them, of course, but that's kind of weird. I've never been on a cruise ship that does that before. So now next we're walking up to the next stairway, or the next bank of elevators. Lots and lots of paintings of the Queen Mary in the artwork. Now this is the grand foyer into the Britannia restaurant. I have a gimbal, I should be using it, but I was too lazy to get it and carry it. So here is some more artwork, and this is made out of, I don't know, copper or something. Just absolutely beautiful. So there is no shortage of amazing artwork. And this, of course, is going to lead us into the Golden Lion, which is the pub that provides nightly live entertainment. They do a lot of trivia in here. It is a wonderful little pub where I get my hot water for my tea. Even though there's a tea kettle in the room, I use the tea kettle to heat up my milk so I can have my London fog. So this is the Lion's Pub. And you can see the waves outside. It looks choppy when you look outside, but when you're inside, you don't feel a thing, which is crazy and bizarre and very heartwarming to me. But there's some of the waves we're creating with this mammoth ship. And when we exit the Golden Lion, we will be at the opening to the Britannia restaurant. The Britannia restaurant, look, they even have a disability elevator. They have several of these to get you from one deck to the next in a lift, which is wonderful. Here is some more history of the Queen Mary. I'm going to put the phone down a sec because I don't want to video anyone. But I'm going to real quick just show you what the Britannia restaurant looks like. Everybody in here enjoying their breakfast. Beautiful 2-story on the second and third deck. And you can choose a time to have a reservation, or you can just do open dining. This is another set of elevators. The other entrance to the Britannia. We ate in here yesterday morning for breakfast. We said we wanted to sit alone, so they sat us at a table an inch from several other tables, which I thought was funny. This is your typical breakfast menu. Lots of breads, fruits. I find the menu and the food here in general to be very English oriented. Lots of kippers and smoked meats. We did not partake of any of that yesterday. We just had pancakes with maple syrup that tasted a little weird. This is the other lift. And so now we're going to go up to deck 3. The elevators are very fancy schmancy, like everything else on this boat. Look at the work on the ceiling. Okay, I'm on deck 3, and there is the second level to the Britannia restaurant. I think either today or tomorrow we have to do an immigration inspection where they check our passport and our ID, and everyone has to do that no matter what country they're from. So we will be partaking in that little gem. This is what's on 3. Staterooms, the chart room, Sir Samuel's, the tasting room, which is where they do whiskey tasting, the upper grand lobby, some shops, the champagne bar, the Royal Court Theater, which is where they do their live performances, and then Illuminations, which is the planetarium, which is the only one of its kind at sea, as far as I can remember. Now, since there's no one up here in Britannia, I can give you a little bit of a better view of the Britannia restaurant. I hope I'm not moving my phone too quick. Patience is not my virtue. Beautiful, beautiful ship. And like I said, the artwork, incredible. Okay, we're in the chart room, which is another bar on deck 3. Big comfortable chairs, Great place for reading. The sun is certainly shining through. There's also live music in here. I see a cello and some drums. I have not been up here in this room in the evening when they have their entertainment, because I'm usually in the casino getting my own entertainment. But it's a wonderful place to just sit and watch the water, which is all we'll be doing for the next 7 days, so it's a good thing. This is the Champagne Bar. Plenty of bars on this boat if you are a drinker. And everything is just so opulent and beautiful. So the Champagne Bar. And this is also what's considered the upper lobby. All of the shops are up here. Most of the shops are very expensive. Here, look at this though. This is a Queen Mary replica made out of crystal. It was gifted to the Queen Mary II on the 19th of April 2018. And it was the Queen Elizabeth II people who gifted that to them. So this have your typical shops, the fancy jewelry, the fancy watches, the fancy. We have not even been in here because we don't have fancy kind of money. And then we're coming up to the royal court. And this is where they have the live theater entertainment. We have had a few missteps along the way. We missed sailing past the Statue of Liberty because I was at the purser's desk trying to get my internet to work, and Rich was tearing the room apart trying to find his international charger, which we never did find, and we got off yesterday in Boston and bought another one. So this is a cool painting. She will be heir to all that has gone before and will carry the grace and elegance of a bygone era into the future, and that is certainly what it is. And this, Welcome Aboard Queen Mary, if you look closely, is all pictures of boats. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So as we come around the other side of the Queen Mary on deck 3, we have another lift, of course. This is the other entrance to the Royal Court Theater. This is some more shops. This is all the liquor to get you drunk quicker. So it's all typically the same types of shops. Designer sunglasses, perfume. One cool shop on this boat, which I think is pretty neat, is they have a boutique called Reloved, which is right here. And Reloved sells used high-end purses for a much more affordable rate. I think that's pretty cool. Back out into the foyer. More shops. And now we are actually going to skip 4. Because I don't think there's much on 4, so we're going to head up a little higher. Before I leave 3, this is Sir Samuel's. It is another bar and a coffee specialty place. You can get complimentary desserts in here and just sit and have a coffee. Beautiful little bar, like all of them. Okay, now we are up on deck 6. I actually have not been on this deck yet, so I'm not sure how to find whatever I need. But why don't we look at the deck map? That would help. Let's see, again, more history of the Queen Mary. It says you are here And of course, we have to get all the way to the other side, so hang on just a sec. Okay, we're back, and this is the zone, which is the children's play area. They have a whole schedule of events that go on. I've only seen 2 kids on this boat so far. They were pretty young, so I don't know if they would be away from their parents or not. Oh, a little chilly out here. This is just a little play area for them as well, which is cute. It is a gorgeous day here, I will tell you that. Now, this is one of the pools, which I thought was the minnow pool. There is a hot tub up here and a swimming pool. This is at the back of the ship. A couple interesting facts about the Queen Mary that are different than other ships is they do not expect you to add on gratuities besides the gratuities that are put on your SeaPass account every day. 2, room service is absolutely complimentary. The only thing that you pay for in room service is additional cocktails or things along that time. I will say that our room guy is totally on point. He is amazing. Our room is done within 5 minutes after we leave. And also, we've been able to bring sodas and waters back on the ship with us every day now. Of course, it's not going to come into play now, but it was nice to be able to go to a pastry shop yesterday in Boston and stocked up on desserts. I thought this was the front of the ship, but clearly this is the back of the ship because there is our rate. So let's see what else we have here. These hot tubs are great and there's nobody in them. Rich usually calls these hot tubs sweat soup, so he doesn't like to be in them, but I don't know, it's a little windy to be out here in a bathing suit, so I don't know. Another important feature on the Queen Mary too that I don't see on any other ships is there is a complimentary laundromat on every single deck that has staterooms. So you can come and do your laundry for free, which in our case is wonderful. Okay, now we are on deck 7. This is the Princess Grill. I believe this is reserved only for guests staying in suites. So they have their own restaurant here. And this is the King's Court, which is their buffet. A large variation of food. Like I said before, a lot of it seems English oriented. Outside there is a walking and jogging track up here on deck 7 that you can partake in. We're averaging over 10,000 steps a day just walking, so we have not been out there yet, but tons and tons of deck chairs. So this is kind of what breakfast looks like. Lots and lots of pastries, toast, fresh fruit, cereal. I'm just holding the camera down a minute because there's somebody in front of me that I don't want to inconvenience them. The King's Court is huge. They do have several little alcoves of not outdoor, but all glassed in eating areas where you can eat and watch the ocean. They are very hard to get. You got to be here early. And we are on a ship of older people who wake up long before we do. So there you go. Now, their complimentary drinks are water, tea, coffee. They have several kinds of juice. It's apple juice, orange juice, pineapple juice. Lemonade is the only non-juice that they offer. Cranberry juice. And then this is the main part of the King's Court. So lots of different kinds of eggs. They make omelets to order. Streaky bacon, that's what they call American bacon. The English bacon is more like something that you would get on an Egg McMuffin. And see, they offer many, many kinds of teas, complimentary. So that is the King's Court. when we pass through the King's Court, the next thing that we get to, I believe, is Corinthia's Lounge. This is yet another lounge. But what I do like is there's never a shortage of any place to sit. There are millions of deck chairs outside, some with cushions, some without. This is the Corinthia Lounge. And I believe that they also offer food in here, so you can enjoy breakfast in here. You can bring your breakfast from the King's Court in, or you can just, they have a small buffet set up over here. Let's take a look at that real quick. So it looks like mostly pastries and some parfaits, if you want to eat over here. And now I have to find my way out of here. And I'm back cutting through the King's Court, so I just wanted to show you that smoked mackerel, salmon, trout, lots of steamed and fish, lots of lunch meat, muffins, bread, fruit, and then they do have eggs and stuff also. Okay, I am back. I took a little break to have what my Scottish ancestors would call some brekkie. And now we are moving into the Mareel Spa. Not going to be checking this place out very much, but I just want to show you guys that there is a full service spa on the boat where you can get facials, and they have aromatherapy rooms and all kinds of stuff. So we're just going to cut through here and go towards the back of the ship. This is all the spa, all the wellness and beauty stuff. And then up the magical steps is where you go for the aromatherapy rooms, the saunas. There's a beauty shop up there that you can get your hair done. Lots of cool stuff. And now let us continue. Here's the gym. The fitness center is pretty small on this boat, probably because the average age of the person on here is probably 75. But they do have some ellipticals, some bikes, and I don't even see a treadmill, but there you go. That's the fitness center. And they're open from 6 to 8. I believe this spa actually has some kind of deal right now where it is $199 per person, and that includes all of the whirlpools, the saunas, the steam rooms, all that kind of stuff for the entire length of the 11-day voyage, which is kind of cool. Here is the extension of the fitness center, which I didn't even know it was that big. So here they have some free weights and other machines that I have no idea what they are. So there you go. Okay, we're on deck 8, and this is the bookstore. So you can purchase books in here. The Queen Mary, from what I understand, has the largest library at sea with over 10,000 books. And it is beautiful. They have some crossword puzzles. We do get the USA Times every day in our room, which is a very nice touch. Gives us the latest for what's going on back home. So this is the library. Tons and tons of books. Lots of books. This is where the computer desks are if you want to do some investigating or working on your email or whatever. I'm whispering because it's a library. There are some beautiful seats as well to look out onto the ocean while you're reading. So let's leave the library so I can talk. We are back down on 7 because I couldn't get up to 8. I gotta go around, but these you would think are some kind of art sculpture. These are on the deck of 7. They are actually spare propellers for the propulsion system here on the Queen Mary. So now we are going to attempt to walk outside down to the other side to show you the veranda grill, but I'm gonna stop taping because the wind is insane and all you're gonna hear is wind. This is what your hair looks like after you've been outside on the deck on the Queen Mary in the middle of the ocean. This is the Grills Lounge. This is exclusive for just Queen's Grill and Princess Grill guests only, so those are the suite guests. And this is the Queen's Grill. This is the private restaurant for exclusive use of just the Queen's Suites guests. It is beautiful, but I don't want to intrude, so I'm not going to go in. We are on deck 9. This is the Concierge Club. Very small area, just coffee, tea, and there's a concierge up here to help you with your issues. Okay, 9 and 10 is almost exclusively staterooms. I showed you the Concierge Club. That is there. This is also the Commodore Club, which is closed right now for a renewal of vows, but I'll just peek inside there so you can see it. So I apologize, that was the Commodore Club. This is the Commodore Club. Just another place to sit and relax and read a book. And the other side that I was looking at was Churchill's. That's the place where they're doing the renewal of vows. And now we're going up to 11 and 12. This is the card room. They have lots of cards and games up here. And so we're going to be up here later playing some games. Okay, we are on 11 and we are on the observation deck. It is very windy, kind of cloudy out, but not really cold. Rich is leading me somewhere, God only knows where. Okay, we are on deck 12, which is... Okay, we're on deck 12, which is the last public deck, I believe. They have ping pong up here. This is a pool that is covered and heated, so it's nice and warm. Of course, there's a bar here because there's a bar everywhere. So this is one of 2 pools. Remember, we saw the other pool on deck 6. And then I believe you can even go outside if you want to, although I don't know who would want to, but there are also 2 hot tubs out here. Now we are going up to the small portion of deck 13 that is open to the public. I believe there is a pickleball court up here or some kind of sports court. It is extremely windy. Extremely. I don't think we'll be playing pickleball today. Oh, good Lord. They have a golf simulator.
Oh, that's cool.
You want to practice your chip shot. Can't imagine the balls would be going in any proper direction at this point. They do also have shuffleboard up here. And I believe this is also a helicopter landing pad, although I'm not really sure about that. Here is the pickleball court. We are going to try pickleball one day this week, hopefully, if this wind calms down a little bit. And now we're going back to 11 to show you a secret that not a lot of people know about. Okay guys, so here is what I wanted to talk to you about and tell you the secret that we discovered on day 1. There's no type of writing on this. There's no anything. This is on deck 11 on the opposite side of the Atlantic room, which is the card room. It is a secret elevator that goes outside of the ship. So here we go. It'll take you down to deck number 7. And it is actually on the outside of the boat. So this is our view. And not a lot of people know about this elevator. Like I said, it's not marked. It's called the Scenic Elevator. It's marked on the main marquee by the main elevators, but there's no writing anywhere on it. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to know about something that no one else knows about. And that wraps up our tour. I hope you enjoyed it.